Hey guys, welcome back. This is Survival Living. One of the videos I wanted to do today was, to me, very important, especially in the survival situation. You see there's a debris field behind me there. For some reason, a lot of individuals thinks that all you need to do is throw your sleeping bag on the ground. You're good to go. As long as you got a sleeping bag, you are safe. Now, I just did a video on an emergency shelter with a tarp. It wasn't nothing fancy. It was just to get you out of weather. That's all that was, just to get you out of the weather. Alright, now one of the things I needed to also talk about is getting off the ground. Okay, in a marshy area, it'd be wise to make raised beds. You can make raised beds many different ways. I will do a video on those. First, I want to do a debris mattress. Okay, I don't know if that's the actual technical term for it, but it sounded good to me. Basically, all you're doing is collecting a lot of dry material, putting on the ground. That way it elevates you off the ground, has enough dry, dense material between you and the ground, keeps your body heat from being sucked out. Hypothermia is a huge killer in a survival situation. We'll have to do another video on hypothermia, especially when you're working. When you start sweating, it'll get to you. So real quick, let's go ahead and go over how to make these. Very simple, and it's easy to remember. All you're doing is picking up trash, nature's trash, putting in a pile and diving on it. Okay, sounds pretty simple, right? Let me go ahead and show you how to make these. You can make them any way that you want to. This is pretty much for comfort level. This works very well. As you can see, I don't have many leaves in my area. I'm filming in a field, and there's a field behind me. So I'm just going to use the materials that are in this field and go ahead and make this thing up. So this ground is still very saturated. Okay, this is one of our flood areas at the base of the yard in this field, so looks like a good idea to even start. Alright, so lay out some sticks. If they're straight, even better, but just a perimeter, just to show you how wide. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be the size of a king-size mattress or anything, because it's just sleeping one. It's just for emergencies only. Once you get your perimeter laid out, I always go with some smaller sticks, or if you're in a field, I don't know what these things are called, but they are pretty much hollow. They work very well. Just go ahead and lay these things in place. That way, when you lay down the rest of the materials, it just gives you that surface between this marshy ground. Ideally, you don't want to lay down in marsh. If I was camping in this particular area, I'd be making a raised bed, just because I know this area gets submerged in water. But this is a clear area to do some filming, so that's what we're doing right here. And this is just to keep our materials off the ground as much as possible. Alright, so you can always break these down, make it easier to work with. I'm breaking this up right above the bed. That way, if anything falls, it falls in the bed area. Alright, grab some more material. Now obviously you want to make sure there's no briars in any of this, or you're going to have a very rough night. something like that, you don't want rolling over in the middle of the night. So go ahead and toss that. Yes, I did go ahead and pre-cut all this debris and collected it all before I came out here, because then I'd had to keep on running to the camera and put it on pause and all that really good stuff just to film. This just makes everything much easier. So as you can see, we just got a lot of twigs, real fine stuff. All this stuff's really dry. I mean, all this stuff's gonna break with body weight on top of it. It's not real big. I probably got about 5 feet here, just enough to keep my back and legs supported, keep them off the ground. Of course, you can take a towel or jacket, whatever, put it underneath your head if you need to, but you know, I'd keep all my clothes on as much as possible. Now, this would not be comfortable without a sleeping bag. But let me show you something. We don't have much leaves here, but we've got a lot of this tall grass in this field. Pan up here for you. All right. This works very well to lay down. Let me go and put this down here. This stuff always grows really long, and it's actually quite comfortable as far as a mattress to use just to keep you off the ground. So that's it. That is real fast, real quick, get you off the ground type of mattress. Now to demonstrate, of course, yes, I'll get down on it. Like I said though, this ground is wet, so it's not my ideal spot. I'd definitely be making a raised bed because I know this area is a marshy area. So it gets your body off the ground at least by a couple inches, so your body temperature is not being sucked into the ground.